Hi, I'm Debbie Peveril, and you're listening to a series of posts about pricing, which we're doing this month, one every single month. And this one we're doing is about understanding the income statement. So the thing about the income statement is it is one of the financial statements that you should be getting fairly frequently, either from your own system, because you're doing it yourself, or from your accountant or bookkeeper, because you've hired someone to help you. At a minimum, you should be looking at your income statement once a month. It is sometimes called a statement of operations or a profit and loss. And sometimes we even further summarize that and call it a P&L. But no matter what it is, you need to be looking at it in order to figure out if you're making money. So let me tell you a little bit about Joe Blow, my favorite client name. Joe's working pretty hard in his business. He is busy all the time. He's got a lot going on. He's got the same challenges all the rest of us have. And he's not all that excited about paperwork, so he doesn't bother his accountant too much. But at some point he does actually go to see his accountant, and he's pretty excited to find out that he doesn't owe any income tax. His excitement, however, goes away when his accountant explains to him that the reason he doesn't owe any income tax is because he didn't actually make any money this year. Now that is a surprise to Joe because he's been busy. He's had a lot on the go, and he thought that things were going reasonably well. Now, he does look at his income statement, and he doesn't understand it. So Joe's not the only business owner out there who has access to financial statements but doesn't understand what they're saying. His income statement had been saying all year long that he wasn't actually making any money. So it shouldn't have been a surprise to him what his accountant said, because if he'd been understanding what he saw in the financial statements, then he would have seen that his revenue was not, in fact, more than his expenses. And I would say again, as I always say, you're in business to make money. So if you're operating a business and it isn't making money, then it's more of a hobby than it is an actual business. And you do need to fix that. And it's one of the reasons we're talking about pricing all this month, is to help people figure out how to make sure that they're not operating as a hobby, that they're actually making some money. So a couple things about the basic income statement to help people understand what they see there. If you take a look at this income statement, you'll see that at the top there is a list of revenue. Now they only have two kinds of revenue, fees and other. You can create as many different accounts for revenue as you like. If you want to show revenue for each of the product that you sell, each of the services, you can do that. You can divide it up by residential and commercial. You can divide it up by retail and wholesale, whatever works for you. You don't have to listen to anybody else about this. Whatever would make you understand your numbers better. When you look at this example, you see that their income has gone from $55,000 to $70,000. And I should be clear, their revenue has gone from $55,000 to $70,000 when you look at that. That's what you see at the top of the income statement. Further down, the middle of the page, you see the word expenses. These are things that you had to spend money on in order to make money. Typically, they are things like wages, rent, depreciation, advertising, office expenses, materials, all that kind of thing. You again can divide up your expenses in a way that it makes sense to you, so that when you look at these statements you understand it. The main thing we're going for here, though, is that the revenues at the top of that page, that $70,000, are more than the list of the expenses here, which was the $35,200. This shows that you're making an income. If you look at your income statement and your revenue is not more than your expenses, then you're not making money. And you're trying to make money. This is what your business is about. So we've got a bunch of different posts about how to fix pricing and profitability so that your business is, in fact, operating at a profit. A lot of it starts with having access to this statement, that you're going to be able to look at the income statement for your business and you're going to know whether or not you're making money. And once you know that, once you've got good information, you can make better decisions to improve the profitability of your business.